Kshama Sawant, socialist alternative, Kshama Sawant, who was she was annoying on the Seattle City Council, right? She got a law passed against caste discrimination in the U.S. She criticized Indian government. They've denied her Indian visa 3 times. Let's get into it. We've got some footage. Let's watch it. Here we go. All right. So it's my understanding that this video was taken by the Workers of the World Unite, some group like that supports Kshama Sawant. Here we go. She's basically communist, right? I mean, for all intents and purposes, she's just Looney Tune, far left. Workers are being abused, whatever. Gets the workers all worked up, and then she leaves, and they're like, what do we do now? Here we go.
Why am I my visa being denied, rejected for three times? That's all we're asking. And we've asked the Consulate General, Prakash Gupta, to arrive here, or for these officers to call the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Modi government. They have phone lines here, they have mobile phones here, and yet they say they won't call.
They pretend that this is a completely neutral thing, but they're denying Kshama a visa and for no particular reason. They've given no reason after 3 visa rejections. And it's very, very clear that this is a political rejection by the Modi administration, but they don't want to say it.
They're not going to say it. Oh, yeah, we're discriminating against you because you said some bad stuff against us. That's just not how it works, right? So Kshama Sawant is trying to get back to her home country to go see her ailing 82-year-old mom, I think. Terrible scenario. But her husband can go. He can go and do that. But Kshama Sawant, this is what you get. When you say a bunch of stuff, we're not in the United States anymore. She's saying a bunch of stuff against her home country of India and their government and how they handle things. She's very critical. And so the government said, yeah, no, don't want you back. You and your weak ass activism can stay the F back in the United States. We'll let your big white husband come on in. He can deal with your sick mom. You know what I mean?
So they're giving us all kinds of process bullshit, and saying if you emailed this or you emailed that, if you did this differently, if you did that differently, but at the end of the day, they're refusing to give us a reason as to why they're denying Kshama the ability.
Activism. That's why.
And when we started agitating here, asking, we want an explanation, we're not going to leave without an explanation, that officer tells me to be respectable. He says, be respectable. And I asked him, how respectable is it for the Modi government to deny an 82-year-old woman who has a lot of illnesses, who is worried about her life and wants to see her daughter, to deny her the right to see the daughter? That's respectable?
And you can see how respectable they are. People are
taking
to call
video
and trying to physically take people's phones away, grab them out of their hands.
But what's interesting is she is so used to basically getting her way in activist-laden Seattle. Right? She's so used to getting her way in those types of scenarios. But now, they're at the Indian Consulate and they're like, yeah, we got orders from up on high. You're denied. We're not giving you a visa. Good luck with that. You can send your boy toy to go deal with mom. But because of what you said, your criticism, go off yourself. That's essentially what India is saying, right? And that's their right to do so.
Kept saying, this is not the way, this is not the way, so it's not. We said, aren't you from the same country that I was born in, the country of Mahatma Gandhi, the country of civil disobedience, which was integral to India's revolution for independence from the British?
How's that civil disobedience working out for you now? Yeah, not so well. Not so well. You reap what you sow.
What kind of government denies someone a visa to see their mother who's dying?
Indian government.
Retaliates against someone simply for criticizing it and refusing them 3 times to grant them a visa.
Yeah. This isn't Seattle. Absolutely. They're going to say, go F yourself. I mean, that's what they're doing. What else would you... Oh, yeah. I mean, come on in. Yeah. I mean, you said some really nasty stuff about us and basically criticized the very essence of our government. But, yeah, come on in. Deal with mom. Love you, love you, love you. Welcome back home. No, they're just going to say, boop, boop, denied 3 times. I don't think she's getting in.
Government. What kind of reactionary government operates in this way?
Most of them. I mean, I find it shocking that these folks make these comments and they go down these pathways, and then, you know, at the end of the day, they're like, I am shocked that they're not giving me a visa. I don't understand. And you're like, what part of this don't you get? You said a bunch of stuff. You were very critical. You've gone down all these pathways of workers of the world unite. It's gone nowhere. You just mucked up Seattle politics because Seattle is so activist driven. You know, super small minority of the population doesn't have jobs, and they're out there just, you know, riling everybody up. We need more of this. We need more of that. We need more money. We need more. Yeah, it's the workers of the world unite nonsense that India is basically saying, no, we're not doing that. Kshama Sawant, an Indian origin Seattle City Council member, has alleged that she is being denied the Indian visa to visit her ailing mother. She claimed to be on a visa reject list. She probably is. Yeah, she probably is. Hey, you said a bunch of crap to us, about us, and this is what you get. Reject. For having passed a law in Washington state to end caste discrimination. This is her 3rd visa rejection in the past year. Facing rejection, Sawant, members of her organization, Workers Strike Back. I mean, good luck with that, right? Staged a sit-in protest at the Indian Consulate in Seattle, calling it a peaceful, civil disobedience. Well, they've kind of seen, you know, how Black Lives Matter went down, which is a domestic terror organization. They've seen what, you know, mostly peaceful activism looks like. And sometimes it's not all that peaceful, got to be honest with you. Indian Consulate officials, $5 billion in damage to the United States, but it was mostly peaceful. Indian Consulate officials called the local police. Well, that's what you do when you've got, you know, somebody just, where's my visa? Sawant posted on X, my husband and I are in the Seattle Indian Consulate. They grabbed him an emergency visa for my mother. They granted him an emergency visa for my mother, being very sick, but rejected mine. Literally saying my name is on a reject list. Okay? And? So what's your point here? You're on a reject list. I get it. I understand why. If I was a foreign government and you said that about, you know, my country, probably put you on the list too, right? She added, they're refusing to give an explanation. We're refusing to leave. They're threatening to call the police on us. All right. Indian Consulate in Seattle posted its version on X. Let's go take a look at that. I think I've got that up. Yeah, here we go. Today, the consulate was forced to deal with a law and order situation arising from the unauthorized entry by certain individuals into the consulate premises after office hours. Oh, we haven't gotten into that. You mean they're there illegally? Can't be there after office hours. No can do. Violation, right? Despite repeated requests, these individuals refused to leave the consulate premises and engaged in aggressive and threatening behavior with the consulate staff. This is, there's a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. And there's a chapter in there that aggressive and threatening behavior towards the consulate staff will not result in your visa being approved. You should check it out. Check it out. We were compelled to call in relevant local authorities to deal with the situation. Further action is being initiated against the trespassers. Not good. Not good. In another X post, Sawant claimed a consular officer said, I'm being denied a visa because I'm on the Prime Minister Narendra Modi government's reject list. She said a resolution she moved to in the Seattle City Council led her to being placed on the visa reject list. It's clear why, she stated. My Socialist City Council office passed a resolution condemning Modi's anti-Muslim, anti-poor, CAA, NRC citizenship law. All right, so what did you think would happen in response to that? What exactly did you think India was going to do or not do? Just kind of bend over as a country and take it? Is that what you thought would happen? I mean, you must have, because otherwise, here we are. We also want a historic ban on caste discrimination. Okay. How's that working out for you there? How's that going? The CAA refers to the Citizenship Amendment Act, 2019, passed by Parliament, and the NRC is the National Register of Citizens. Okay, whatever. In 2023, the Seattle City Council, based on a resolution moved by Sawant, added caste to the city's anti-discrimination laws, becoming the first U.S. city to ban caste discrimination and the first in the world to pass such a law outside South Asia. Okay, all right. And again, I say, how's that working out for you? I mean, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, I mean, what did you think would happen? And that's where I think you've got this notion. We've literally got all these Looney Tune characters running around Seattle, and they just do their thing, and people in Seattle are just so tolerant of utter mindless nonsense because that's how you enact, these stupid laws that we have on the books and these stupid people in office that do this kind of crap. You've got a bunch of people that are literally, mentally challenged. They don't understand reality. So you criticize the government of India and then they say no. And then you're like, I can't believe this is going on. The inhumanity. And you're like, okay. I would have bet 10 times out of 10 times that this would have happened. I would not, maybe 9 out of 10. Leave that 10% spread there, through just human error. Oh, yeah, she can come on in. Somebody didn't do the right typey type on the Google machine and come up with, Kshama Sawant. Yeah, all right. She is she led the first U.S. city to ban caste discrimination and first in the world to pass such a law outside South Asia. Okay, all right. I mean, it is a sad scenario where she can't go home and visit her mom, but actions have repercussions. And that's what so many folks in Seattle, and I keep using Seattle because that's my hometown here. Portland, same deal. Denver, same deal. LA, San Francisco, you got just a bunch of nut jobs running around who think that their actions, because then they're in this liberal little bubble where people are just, oh, that's great. Let's do this. Let's, workers of the world unite. They think that the whole world is like that. And yeah, it's not. It's not. So when something like this comes up, you're like, okay, yeah, that seems about right. So this is not a shocker. I will keep you posted. Will Kshama Sawant on her 4th try get a visa? She's going to probably have to get somebody involved, and I don't know who she's going to get involved. Get an attorney in there? I don't know. I mean, you're talking about India here, and they're just basically going to say, oh, I see that you have your attorney, and no, visa denied. That's what they're going to do. Where are we going with this? Well, whatever the update is, I'll be sure to bring it to you. Thanks for watching. Catch up with you in the next one. Bye for now.